Welcome back. Cincinnati Magazine is debuting its annual picks of Cincinnati's best restaurant on March 1st. This year, it is a little different. You guys are flipping and spicing it up. We've got Aisha, we've got Jordan. We'll get to Jordan in just a second. I remember that correctly, right, Jordan? Boom. Okay, Aisha, what is different about this issue?
So normally we do our top 10 best restaurants, but we decided to change things up a little bit this year. And we decided to talk to some of the chefs at those restaurants instead, as well as some of the chefs at up and coming restaurants that we think are fantastic.
How do you think the reader who always looks forward to this is going to respond to the change?
I know there are going to be some big feelings about it, but I thought it was really good to get behind the scenes and talk to the people who actually make that list and make those restaurants happen. I think it's important to hear what they have to say about their industry.
And I guess Jordan is one of those chefs, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. Why did you pick Jordan?
Well, I've been talking about the charred carrot for like a year, so I tell everyone about the charred carrot at the Aperture. So I thought that it would be great to have him talk to Hideki Harada at Kiki about being kind of an anchor in an evolving neighborhood.
What does that mean to you to be featured here? Were you shocked when she called?
I'm always shocked just because it's just flattering no matter how you slice it, and it's always good to be in conversation with another chef. And I really like the issue itself. I think the dialogue that came out of a lot of these conversations, myself and Hideki, Danny over at Colette, David Jackman, plenty of other people. It's just a little bit more behind the scenes of what actually goes into the day-to-day and what we do as chefs. And you can rank all day, and I think that's fun, but I think the dialogue is really important. It's fun that Aisha and everybody at Cincinnati Magazine was able to capture that.
What kind of food do you do? The charred carrot, is that correct?
Charred carrot, yes. Yeah. It's the only dish on our menu that's been there since day one. So.
Oh, it is a dish?
Yes.
What makes it so good?
A lot of spices, a lot of effort. It's really kind of a mix of kind of like warmth and comfort, but also kind of that indulgence a little bit. There's more butter in there than you think.
When you go back through this, and of course you sat there, you were present for the interview, but sometimes when you go back and you read it and you're like, oh, I said that, how do you feel that they've done, kind of putting together what you had to say?
I think it's great. I mean, I think it's really an interesting way to capture kind of a natural dialogue. I mean, when Hideki and I sat down, it was at my restaurant, The Aperture, and just talked for an hour and a half, and you'd be surprised at how kind of disarming it is in a positive way. And I think capturing that in those conversations is really positive. And we are a group of people as chefs and a lot of chef owners that don't necessarily get out a lot. And so having that the kind of everything come to you, I think is a really natural thing and really, I think, frankly, important in terms of people understanding what really goes into the restaurants that they enjoy.
I love it. Aisha, last 45 seconds. If people at home, they don't know what Cincinnati Magazine is, if they don't read it for whatever reason, why should we subscribe, make it one of our favorite pastimes when we're sitting around doing nothing in our house?
I think that Cincinnati Magazine is a great publication to get you a well-rounded look at the area. You can get restaurants, you get information on restaurants, you get information on real estate, you can get information on comedy, all kinds of wonderful people that are in this area. So,
I love it. Well, Chef, you're not done, right? What are you doing next?
I guess making one of the charred carrots, the thing I've made the most in my life.
I cannot wait to eat that. Stay tuned because that's after the break.